Saturday, the second round of presidential elections took place here in Slovakia. Pellegrini, the Speaker of the National Council and the leader of the HLAS party, became the winner of the second round, scoring more than 53% compared to his opponent Ivan Horčák, who scored around 46%, which means a surprise difference of 6% of votes. What lies behind the victory of Pellegrini and what implications will this victory have for both the domestic politics and the international community? The main factor for the victory was definitely the high mobilization of voters. The high turnout of more than 61% of Slovaks who casted their ballots played certainly an important role in the second round of the election. Pellegrini was able to mobilize not only the voters from the pro-governmental governmental coalition parties, but also, for example, the voters from Štefan Harabin, who landed at the third place during the first round, with scoring more than 11%, and whose voters probably casted a ballot for Pellegrini in the second round. Moreover, also the voters from radical and fascist parties, as well as voters from Hungarian minority, particularly from the southern region of Slovakia, casted the ballot for Pellegrini. What implications will the victory of Pellegrini have for domestic politics? Well, until now, Fico's government has kind of counterweight in the personality of current Slovak president Zuzana Čaputová. This will, of course, change from after Pellegrini will assume the office of the president, because Fico will have even freer hand in accelerating his power grab of state institutions. It will definitely not be an easy time for the general rule of law in the country, for the independence of media, for the non-profit sector. But what will be different after Pellegrini will assume the office is that Fico will kind of miss his counterweight in the person of president, and he will not have a personality whom he can throw all the responsibility upon and against whom he can kind of pursue his divisive style of politics, which until now define his doing of politics. From the international perspective, Slovakia will be further isolated, and the assuming office of with Pellegrini will further empower the nationalistic and Russian stance of the government and further undermine the credibility of Slovakia in the eyes of Western partners and allies. Well, it still remains to be seen what happens after Pellegrini will assume the presidential office here in Bratislava, but we will of course closely monitor the developments here in Slovakia, and we will closely watch if Pellegrini will be able to act as an independent president and as a guarantor of Slovak constitution. So stay tuned and check our IDM webpage regularly.